Is this video made out of eggs? Because I'ma let a can of worms out. Is this video made out of eggs? Because wait. Is this video made out of eggs? Because I'ma let a can of worms out on this. Making a spotlight. Welcome to League of Legends Actual Game Spotlight. I am MagikarpUsedFly, the League of Legends Facts Master, the League of Legends Facts Guru. Selling my book, 200 League of Legends Facts in stores in December, chock filled with knowledge and facts like League of Legends Fact number 32. If you ain't got the facts, then you about to get smacked. Because all that matters in this game are the facts. That's right, the facts.
Don't you say that shit! Don't you say that shit!
So unless you live under a rock or just don't play video games at all, you've probably heard about the game
League of Legends.
League of Legends.
League of Legends.
I mean, look at this. League of Legends merch, League of Legends cosplay, League of Legends ripoffs, lots of League of Legends cosplay. It was even reported in 2014 that there are over 67 million users of the game. That's 67 million people who really hate themselves. I mean, look at that enjoyment. Look at that happiness. Look at that amazing face of someone who's having fun at a video game. Take that face and put it on some children at a playground, see? Now that's the face of fun. That's a fact. Slap that face on a can of Mountain Dew, look at that. He enjoys the thirst. But you can't really blame them since there's so much you have to think about with this fucking game. Right when you load into League, you're immediately tasked with turning your brain into a fucking machine because every second in this game counts. Just go onto any stream for League of Legends and just look at people's faces. Most of them look like they'd rather fucking kill themselves than play the game. And if you don't believe me, go out, buy a webcam, or just film yourself with the phone, who gives a fuck, and record yourself playing League of Legends. Now I'll play the video back, and what do you see? An idiot. You see an idiot. League of Legends, fun game, 10 out of 10. I haven't had this much fun since Vietnam. League of Legends fact number 27. Strokes, aneurysms, and seizures are very common with the game. After killing someone, a person might go into a seizure-like state and begin talking like a vegetable. Call an ambulance. There's so much you have to know about the game that it's honestly fucking confusing to even explain it to someone new. Hey, what's a mid laner? Someone who goes mid lane. Why do I build a sword for someone who shoots arrows? Because it gives you attack damage. Why does that person have someone else helping him? He's a support. Why don't I have a support? Because you don't need one. What's a Quinn? I don't know. Games can last anywhere from 15 minutes where your team decides to forfeit because someone is just feeding their asses off, or they can go up to well over an hour of rigorous and tiring situations. I mean, how many games have you played where after you were done, you just felt so fucking tired, you didn't even want to look at the game for a week? But what's this? Oh, what's that? Oh, looks like I'm gonna press the play button again because I'm fucking addicted to someone pounding in my asshole. It's a game that's constantly the #1 viewed game on Twitch and consistently beats out every other competitor that tried to get within a mile close to it. Hey guys, remember when Overwatch was gonna kill League of Legends? Yeah. 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 There's 3 maps. 3 of them. Used to be 4, but now there's 3. Who the fuck plays this? That's a question! So these 2 maps, no one gives a shit about. Well, maybe ARAM, just because that's usually where people go to either level up accounts with bots or what people play when they're tired and drunk. But even there, people are competitive as fuck to the point where people make special accounts made specifically for ARAM with only the busted characters on that account. That shit, that is an entirely different level of fucking just sadness. And then you've got Summoner's Rift, which is what makes League of Legends, League of Legends. There's 3 different lanes on the map. Top, mid, and bot with a jungle in the middle of everything. The way you play the game is actually really simple. You go into a game with 4 other people, fight the enemy team, and try to destroy their nexus. That's it. Very simple idea. Until you realize that there is a lot more shit. There's 4 outer turrets, you gotta destroy those things, then you've got an inhibitor, you've gotta hit that so then you can spawn super minions. Yeah, these fucking guys, look at them, look at how strong, yeah. Woo! Yeah, go! Woo! Yeah! Kick his ass! Oh yeah, there's also a dragon that RNG spawns different types that give different buffs like Inferno, Ocean, Mountain, and Air. There's a Rift Herald, you can get that, that'll bash a turret down. Baron Nashor, that's the thing, that spawns after the Rift Herald, the same spot.
Christ, fuck! What is that foul, pale ghoul?
Blue buff and red buff give you fucking big dick spells that you can grab too, so you can be like... There's a lot. There's a lot of shit. Look at this shit. Do you even understand on what the fuck is even happening right here? All right, game modes. We've got game modes. So many game modes, like 4 game modes. You got your blind pick. You got your normal draft. You've got your ranked solo duo queue. That's That's it. Those are the only ones worth playing. You've got blind pick, where people go in order to play whatever the fuck they want and actually have fun with the game, up until you start complaining about all the broken champions you'll be going up against. Then there's normal draft, that's basically the more try-hard version of blinds, until you start complaining about all the broken champions that you'll be going up against. Again. And then you've got ranked solo duo queue, which is hands down one of the worst experience in video gaming that you'll ever have the pleasure of fucking taking part in. Rank can take the happiest person in the world and turn them into the most horrible human being on the planet, driven to the verge of fucking suicide.
Fucking kill myself!
I didn't know it at the time and wondered what was the reasoning behind the outburst. And that's when I knew I had to give some fucking facts. Is this a business? Because I'm about to send out some facts. Facts super round. Fact, you'll masturbate to at least one League character in your lifetime. Fact, people would rather watch stream highlights. There goes my career. Fact, if Annie was 6 years old when League was made, she's now prime real estate to be a Jake Pauler. Fact, PUBG is gonna kill League of Legends. Don't quote me on that one. Fact, this guy is still a fact. Fact, erectile dysfunction affects 52% of men. That's a pretty high probability. Fact.
An enemy is totes dead.
I have lost all hope in humanity. There's been friendships that have ended because of this game mode alone, because of how precious people consider their LP or League points so they can climb the ELO ladder and join the 10% of players in fucking gold, plat, diamond, master, challenger, whatever the fuck they want to get into. All of which means absolutely nothing unless you're in the LCS, and if not, you've probably just wasted a majority of your time playing a video game and getting upset for no fucking reason. We haven't even touched on the champions yet. Holy shit, the champions, fuck me. Half of them I want to bury my face in big anime titty, and the other half I just like what is wrong with this shit? Right now, there's currently 138 different characters in the game known as champions. They all have a lore, but apparently most of the lore doesn't even exist anymore, so who gives a flying fuck? Garen and Tryndamere tag team Ash while Galio fucking watches. That could be the lore for all I care, and I still wouldn't give a shit. Each champion has 4 unique abilities that you can use, which is a lot, right? That's a large combination of characters you could play, right? Yeah, now take all of those champions with all those different types of abilities and throw half of them into the trash can. What you have left is the amount of characters that you can actually play without feeding. Now take half of that, and that's the amount of champions that are considered meta. Now take half of that, and those are the champions you're going to be playing for the next 2 weeks if you want to attempt to see the victory screen. Because nowadays, the game revolves around a meta. You want to play League of Legends? You want to win? You got to be a slave to the meta. You got to be
a meta slave.
Yeah, you like being a fucking slave? Yeah, man, I remember when I was a meta slave, I had to put chains around my ankles and suck Mark Merrill's dick. That's a fact. So a meta is basically asking what champion is strong right now that you can abuse in order to win the game, or what items are broken as fuck that you can rush in order to push your team into the enemy's base. If you want to play the game in any way, especially in ranked, you have to stay on top of this extremely fucking hard. There might be 138 characters and still more coming out, but that just means other champions get pushed off not just to the wayside, but the way side. That's because you've got these things called patches. Patches are a way for Riot Games to keep their game constantly new and fresh, where every 2 weeks they come out with a patch that nerfs or buffs items and champions, or adds new mechanics or whatever the fuck they want to add to the game. Most of the time it's to release 20 new chroma skins and a new Ari skin, because fucking gotta give the character that's sexualized the most in the game more skanky fucking skins, while Alawi just looks like a purple alien getting ready to fuck misfortunes. With a patch coming out every other week, you could decide not to play for a month and come back to a game that you don't even recognize anymore, especially when it comes to a pre or mid-season patch, when Riot decides just to take all of their bucket of ideas and dump it into the game to see if it'll work or not. It's like, hey, do you think that this is a good idea? Yeah, fuck, who gives a shit anymore? Put out a new skin for Riven. No one will fucking care. Well, people will care, but we just won't give a shit. The graphics in this game are okay. It's not something that's gonna amaze you. It's a MOBA game meant to be played on some of the worst functioning computers. I mean, the graphics are about as good as the graphics you would find on a mobile game, but it does play really well and extremely smooth, which is something that you have to applaud Riot for. They make the game really well optimized, so you can pretty much play the game with a potato plugged into a monitor, which is probably what half the people on ranked play with anyways. And there's just a bunch of problems with the game. Consistently, the game is patched for the esports scene and not for the casual gamer, so there's a really large large learning curve when you first start playing League of Legends. It's not something you can pick up and after playing it for 40 minutes, you can really delve into the game. We're talking days and days of practicing and learning different champions to get the hang of what the fuck you're even doing. Every new patch comes out with something more broken and that everyone's gonna utilize and make you feel like shit. Champions can get reworked or not even touched for the longest time, so if you sink a bunch of hours into one champion you really love, but they end up getting nerfed to the ground, you can barely even play them anymore. You know, like Volibear. What the fuck are they even gonna do with the guy? Games can last so long that you don't even want to play halfway through it. If you die once or fuck up, you're basically behind for the rest of the 40 minutes of the game with 4 other people berating you on how you fucked up 15 minutes ago. When League of Legends first came out, it was an amazing game because it was fresh, new, and honestly, every other online game that was out at the time sucked fucking dick. But nowadays, there's so many good games that are out there that you can play in place of League of Legends. Overwatch, PUBG, Heroes of the Storm. Well, maybe. But even so, Riot's done something no other game has done successfully in the past, and that's creating patches so often that the game always feels unique and different. And that's honestly something that they should be applauded for. No matter what happens, you can always come back to the game after you're done playing the newest, hottest game and be greeted with something that's familiar, but at the same time new and refreshing. So in all, I give the game a solid 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, and it's not bad. It's just there.